Hello students, so welcome back again. Today I am here with another topic on engineering graphics, that will be isometric projection. Till now most of the time we studied about orthographic projection. As you remember that during the start of the projection I told you there are two types of projections will be there. One will be pictorial projection and another will be orthographic. Till now in most of the topics we discussed about orthographic projections or different objects. Now this time I am here with the new topic, that is isometric projection. That is one of the type of pictorial projection. In pictorial projection also there are multiple types of projections are there. This one I want to discuss with you right now. And if you define that, the isometric projection will be a type of pictorial projection in which we can get all the three dimensions of any given object on a single view. And not only in a single view, but if you want to measure the dimensions of that object from that figure, you can also measure the dimensions. And if you remember in the problem of one of the problem of projection of solid, when we are keeping this cube in such a way so that one of the solid diagonal of this cube will be perpendicular to VP. So that is the problem when one of the corner of the cube will be on the HP and one of the solid diagonal perpendicular to VP. In this case, the final front view that will look like this, that will be the isometric projection. So ultimately from that orthographic projection we got this isometric projection, and here already I have drawn this final projection of that cube, and this is actually our isometric projection. If you look at this figure, this will almost look like a 3D figure, and in this position the three faces of the cube are visible to me, front three faces, and the faces or shape of all the three faces will be rhombus. So what I told already you, that isometric projection is a type of pictorial projection in which we can see all the three dimensions of a given object in a single view, and even we can measure it from the view. So that is the definition, and already we got this isometric projection. What I am saying, that isometric projection is a type of pictorial projection in which we can see all the three dimensions of a given object in a single view, and even we can measure it from the view. So in this figure, if you look at this figure, in this figure as I named those edges A, B, C, D, E, and F, G, H. The point E will be just behind the C point, as that solid diagonal will be perpendicular to VP. This will be holded like this. So this is point C and that back point will be point E. So CE will be perpendicular to the VP. Right now if you look at this point C, the three lines passing through from C will be CB, CD and CG. All these three lines are equally inclined to each other, that is 120 degree, 120 degree and 120 degree. So in isometric projection, for drawing a 3D object we use three axes, and all the three axes will be 120 degree apart. If you look from the bottom horizontal, then these two lines will be 30 degree to the horizontal, and the third line that will be 90 degree to the horizontal. And if you look at this figure, the three planes which we got in as the front faces of the cube, those three faces will be known as isometric planes. These three lines CB, CD and CG are known as isometric axis, and these three planes are known as isometric planes. The planes generated by these isometric planes. And in actual, all the faces of the cube are square. In isometric, they will look like a rhombus, and these three rhombus are actually of the same size. If you look at the whole figure will be like a regular hexagon. What is the meaning of that? We are started with orthographic projection. We have drawn the orthographic projection of this cube when the solid diagonal perpendicular to VP. This is the front view, and in this figure all the edges are equally inclined to the VP, as well as if you see that all these three planes are equally inclined to VP also. So when the inclinations will be same, the reduction is also same. So all the lengths are reduced, but all the lengths are reduced in the same proportion. So when the lengths are reduced in the same proportion, the planes are also reduced, and those planes will be now look like a rhombus. So isometric projection of a square will be a rhombus. Now in isometric projection, there are three types of lines. Though two types of lines are there. One will be isometric lines. Isometric lines are those lines parallel to isometric axis, and those lines which are not parallel to isometric axis, those are known as non-isometric lines. As in this particular figure, if I talk about this line, that is BD, that is not the line of the cube, but that may be the line joining the top face of the cube, this line BD. And if you look at this line in both the projection and orthographic, this line will be parallel to both the plane. Right now it look like parallel to VP, so means this line will retain its true length. But as you know that in isometric projection, all the lengths are reduced and the proportion of reduction will be similar, and that proportion is also fixed. We can already discussed earlier that the ratio will be equals to root 2 upon root 3. So what is the final concept will be, if we talk about isometric length and versus true length, then the formula is, we can already prove that mathematically also. From geometry we have already checked that isometric length upon true length will be equals to root 2 upon root 3, that is 0.815, or that will be almost equals to 9 upon 11. So the meaning will be, in isometric projection the length of the object will be reduced in the proportion 9:11. So if there will be a cube of 11 centimeter size, in isometric projection it will be look like a cube of 9 centimeter size. So this is the property of isometric lines and isometric axis. But what about the non-isometric line? A non-isometric line, this BD, which is not parallel to any of the isometric axis, that line is at this moment retaining its true length. So what about the non-isometric line? The property of the non-isometric line, they may be reduced, they can may retain the true length, and even a new thing will be there, the length of the non-isometric line can be increased also. So this is the only one type of the projection in which the object's length can also be increased. But I am not telling about the overall size of the object, but the some lengths are going to be maybe increased, some are going to reduce, and some may be retain the shape. That's the way we can get the 3D. So the basic concept will be, in isometric projection, when we start drawing the object, we use these three axes and start plotting the object along these lines. And what we will do, that we will select isometric lines and place those isometric lines parallel to these isometric axes. So if I go for the figures with almost all the lines as isometric lines, then there are only two figures are there. One will be square that look like now a rhombus, and another will be a rectangle. So in rectangle and in square, all the sides will be isometric lines. Same way, if I go for the solid, then already as we started discussing about the isometric with this cube. So in a cube, all the faces are isometric planes, all the lines are isometric lines. So all the lines in this cube are isometric lines, and cube will be one of the object having all the faces as isometric planes and all the lines as isometric lines. Apart from this cube, another solid which is having all the sides or all the edges as isometric lines, that will be a square prism. This is like its base will be like a cube, square, but this time the height will be bigger than the cube, or maybe a square block. And the third object that can have all the lines as isometric line will be a cuboid. So what actually, if I see that common between these three objects, one will be cube, second I told you square prism, and third will be cuboid. In all these three solids, all the angles are 90 degree. And when we place these solids like this, the sides are parallel to HP, parallel to VP, or perpendicular to VP, parallel to HP, or perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. So these type lines, the type of lines which are parallel to one plane and perpendicular to other plane, or parallel to both the plane, all those lines will be placed on the isometric axes. But apart from these solids, in all the solids there are some non-isometric lines, and it is not possible directly to plot non-isometric lines. So what we will do, that initially we will draw the figure with the help of isometric lines, and with the help of those isometric lines we can draw the non-isometric lines also. So what I learned in this figure, these three axes are there which are 120, 120, 120 apart. From these three axes, actually I can call these two, those look like a similar axes, those are inclined 30 degree to the horizontal. So these two axes will be known as horizontal axes, and this third one which is look like also vertical, that is perpendicular to HP also, so that is vertical axis. So in our isometric projection we are drawing 3D object, but there will be no XYZ. As normally in coordinate geometry, when we talk about 3D, we will say x axis, y axis and z axis. In that case, x and y will be 90 degree to each other and z will be at some different angle. But in our isometric projection, our three axes will be 120, 120, 120 degree apart. Or if you look from the horizontal, then the two axes will be 30 degree to the horizontal and third will be 90. 90 look like the same as the vertical axis, so that is same. But these two axes are horizontal. So one new thing I learned, that in isometric projection, the horizontal will be 30 degree. In orthographic, horizontal means 0 degree. So in isometric, if I want to use horizontal axis, I will use this 30 line. For vertical axis, I will use this one. So if I want to draw isometric of a plane figure like a square, then I have two options. Either I can use a 30 degree axis and 90 degree axis, or maybe two 30 degree axes. In that way, there will be three squares are shown as a rhombus in three figures. These two look like similar because in these two axes are 30 degree, third will be 90. But in this one, this is 30 and this is also 30. So what is the difference? That in isometric projection, when we draw the projection, if the object will be placed in the top view, suppose a square will be the top view, then if the true shape of the square will be seen in the top view, it means all the four sides of the square will be parallel to HP, and two sides are parallel to VP and two sides are perpendicular to VP. So I can use horizontal axis means 30, 30. So this type of rhombus will be when the square will be top view. So if a square will be top view, then I will draw this type of rhombus. If that square will be front view, So if a square will be in the front view, then one side will be perpendicular to HP, another will be parallel to HP. So I will use one vertical axis and one horizontal axis. So this will be maybe the case when the square will be seen in the front view. And this third option will be similar to that one, that may be used when the square will be in the side view. So suppose I am having a front view, top view and side view of a square in these three positions. One will be front view, second will be top view, third will be side view. Then one square will be pasted like a rhombus, second square will be pasted like a rhombus, and third square will be pasted like a rhombus. So with the combination of three rhombuses, we can get the 3D figure of this cube. So this is the way to basically draw a simple object like cube. I hope you understand the little bit concept about the isometric projection. In next class, we will take some simple plane figures and draw isometric projections of those. And once we start drawing 2D figures, then we can easily give that the third dimension, and we can get the 3D object in isometric projection. Okay, thank you very much.